welcome to Look Up Aurora, and today we're talking Santa and NORAD.
Look up at the night sky on Christmas Eve and you're going to see something kind of cool. Saturn and Jupiter are really close together, and so they'll be very bright in your southwest, just like right after sunset they'll be up. And so they're not physically close together, they just look close together in the sky, so Saturn and Jupiter aren't going to hit each other. So yay for that, but they'll be very close and they'll look like a really bright star.
I feel like if they were actually physically close together, that would be an episode of Doctor Who. And we're not getting a Doctor Who Christmas special this year.
No,
so.
that comes out on New Year's.
Yeah, that's New Year's.
So NORAD stands for the North American Aerospace Defense Command. It serves the U.S. and Canada, so North America. It's headquartered in Peterson Air Force Base, which is near Colorado Springs. Part of it's in Cheyenne Mountain, and the rest of it's at Peterson Air Force Base. Cheyenne Mountain's the big mountain where you can go underground, and you know, if you watch Stargate, you know what Cheyenne Mountain is.
Yeah, it's in all kinds of like science fiction and movies and stuff like that. So
they conduct aerospace warning and aerospace control, so they're like monitoring satellites, making sure nobody's going to run into each other, and they do warnings for both Canada and the United States. And it was first known as the Continental Air Defense Command, and then it became the North American Aerospace Defense Command.
So the question you guys are probably asking is, but how does NORAD actually track Santa? Because I mean, magic,
yeah,
right?
He's untrackable, right?
He's untrackable. He's untraceable. So how on earth is NORAD able to do this? 3 different ways. They have 3 different ways to track Santa.
Well, one of them is they're not on Earth. They use satellites, geosynchronous satellites, so they're always staring the same part of the Earth all the time, and so they're constantly monitoring infrared. And what on Santa's sleigh is infrared?
Ding, ding, ding.
Rudolph's nose.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
Which you can see on a satellite. And then they also use radar. There's 47 radar installations all across North America that's tracking, space and things in the air, and so they use those to track Santa as well.
My personal favorite way that they track Santa is they use real actual people in jets to track Santa. So if you guys look at the picture on your screen right now, that was taken by a pilot tracking Santa on Christmas Eve. That is a real picture from the NORAD site, which I thought was super cool. The F-15s, F-16s, F-22s come in and they actually escort Santa through North America. And here's the really cool part, you guys. Santa slows down for his personal escort, because otherwise, Santa's so fast, even though as fast as those jets are, they can't catch him.
I think if I was gonna fly on one of those missions, I'd have to change my call sign to be like Donner.
Yes.
Or Blitzen.
Vixen. Comet.
Cupid.
You guys have to tell us, who is your favorite reindeer? You guys should put that down in the comments. Mine is Rudolph, because my dad's name is Rudolph. Why on earth does NORAD track Santa? You might be thinking.
You think they'd have better things to do?
They do. They're very, very busy. But the whole thing was sort of by accident. They printed a phone number in the paper for kids to call and talk to Santa. And the phone number actually went to NORAD. And the director of operations, Colonel Henry Shoup, was the one that answered the phone at NORAD. And as soon as he heard the kid was asking about Santa, he told everybody in the room, he's like, all right, look at the radar. What does the radar say? Where's Santa? And a tradition was born. And this is back before NORAD was called NORAD. And since it was back in the 50s before they were called NORAD. That's how long that they've been doing this, is all the way since 1955.
Wow. I wonder if anybody's ever tried to call Sears. Well, so if they tried to call Sears and got NORAD, or if they're trying to call NORAD and got Sears.
I don't know.
That would be awkward.
Alright, so you guys are probably thinking, this is all great information, but the most important thing to me is, when is Santa coming to visit me? When is Santa coming to Aurora? I want to know when Santa's going to be here.
I can give you a hint.
Okay, what's the hint?
December 24th.
It is December 24th. So, the most important thing that I got from the NORAD website, you guys, is that he sees you when you're sleeping and he knows when you're awake, right? Which means he doesn't visit you when you're awake. So everybody has to be asleep for Santa to come and visit. But Santa typically visits everybody's house between 9 p.m. and midnight on Christmas Eve. But he always wants to make sure that everybody's asleep. So I think, 8:30?
Yeah, that
Everybody
sounds
should
good.
be in bed by 8:30 on Christmas Eve.
Make sure your parents are asleep too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, everybody's got to be in bed at 8:30. That way Santa can come.
Santa's path. He always starts as early as he can, December 24th, which starts at the international dateline. So he first visits the South Pacific, New Zealand, and Australia. Then he's over to like Japan and Asia and Africa, and then on up through Europe, and then through Canada, the United States, Mexico, Central and South America.
So of course, Santa's route can sometimes be disrupted by weather and things like that, and so no one actually knows the exact path that Santa takes. It is a super duper secret. Not even NORAD knows. But NORAD does coordinate with the Santa Elf launch staff. So that way, they contact NORAD as soon as Santa and the reindeer take off on Christmas Eve, so they know about what time he should hit North America, so they can be ready to escort him through North America.
That's really cool.
And of course, here's an image of the fine, amazing folks up at NORAD taking all the phone calls from kids, not just in Colorado, not just in America, but from the entire world, calling in, asking about where Santa is at that very moment.
This is what it looks like every day there, right?
Oh, I think so. Hats and everything.
Yep, that's the official uniform.
I love the Snoopy hats.
There are many ways to track Santa at home. You don't have to have satellites and radar dishes and all of that. NORAD's doing
NORAD does
that.
it for us.
So you can call a number, so it's 1-877-HI-NORAD. You can go to noradsanta.org and track it. You can email noratracksanta@outlook.com. He's on social media. And you can also pull him up on YouTube. If you have like a smart TV, you can just stream it from YouTube, and then you always know where he's at.
We usually do it from YouTube at our house, or we go on the website. And actually, you guys, I would totally recommend check out the website before Christmas Eve. They have some really cool games and all kinds of fun stuff on the NORAD website. So you guys should definitely check that out. All right, so we have two really fun book suggestions for you guys. So the first one is called The Night Santa Got Lost, How NORAD Saved Christmas by Michael Key. And so this is just a really fun book, and we only have one copy in the system, so you may not be able to get a copy of your own before Christmas, but I think this is like a keeper all year round.
Yeah.
Do Christmas in July. Just check this book out whenever you can. It's going to be a really fun read. And then the second one is actually one that is very near and dear to my heart, The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus by L. Frank Baum. And so my dad used to actually read this book to me around Christmas time when I was a kid.
L. Frank Baum, he's familiar.
He is familiar. I believe he wrote The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that one, yes.
Which is another book series my dad read to me when I was a kid. So you can check this out. We have some copies in the system, but if you're like, I don't want to wait, I want it right now, you can get it. So go to Hoopla on your computer or on your smart device, like your Kindle or even your cell phone, and you can get either an ebook or an e-audiobook right away. No waiting, no holds, it's just there waiting for you.
And then once again, if you are staring at the sky and you say, I wonder what that is, you can use an app. So Sky Map, Sky View, Constellation Map, Sky Safari. There's a bunch of them out there, but put one on your phone, and it uses the compass and the accelerometers, and you can just put it up, and it'll tell you exactly what you're looking at. So if you want to pull that up on Christmas Eve, you can look to the southwest, and you can turn it around, and it'll show you where Saturn and Jupiter are, although they'll be pretty bright. And then you'll be like, yep, that's Saturn and Jupiter.
So now here in Aurora, because we're in the city, it doesn't really get very dark. Will we still be able to see Saturn and Jupiter?
Oh yeah, very, very bright.
That's awesome. So you guys can look out with just your naked eye and see. But if you're not quite sure, with directions, definitely use one of these apps. They'll be a huge help. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you guys again in February when we're going to be talking about Harry Potter constellations. So keep looking up, Aurora. Happy holidays!
Happy holidays! Merry Christmas!
Thank you.